Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Marvel Legends Inhumans MEDUSA, which is a Walgreens exclusive figure, which, if memory serves, was originally an, was it SDCC exclusive? I think that's what it was. God, I can't remember now. I've started to review so many things that they're all starting to blend together. Anyway, this is a reissue of the MEDUSA figure, so it might be a good thing if you don't already have one. Might be a waste of money if you do. Let's find out. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. This figure stands roughly 6 1/4 inches. It's actually a little bit above that if you go to the very top of her hair, and a little bit lower than that if you go down past this poof. So right around 6 1/4 is a fair enough measurement, which makes her about 16 centimeters. Now, you might have noticed on the turntable at the beginning, she was leaning very drastically. That's because this hair, while very nicely sculpted, I really do like the way they sculpted this, and it's painted too, so very, very well executed from here back. I think the front part looks a little weird, but not counting that, it's just solid plastic, so it's really heavy. So in order for you to not have this issue, you kind of have to wedge it onto her arm or something like that so that she doesn't look up into the air, because she tends to want to do that. But also, it's just really heavy, so you may have to lean her or prop this up in some way. Now, if you'll notice, if you put it straight down, it is able to touch the surface, but when you do that, it makes her look up. So there will definitely be balance and posing issues due to the hair. Now, if you're going to put her on a stand or something, or if you want to wedge something in there so that it won't weigh the head down, because that's really the main issue. The balancing thing you could deal with just by using a stand or something, but the fact that the ball peg is too limp for the hair, that's the problem. You're going to have to use the arm, like I'm doing right here, to hold the hair in place. So just be aware of that. That is an inherent issue with something like this. It doesn't have enough girth. It's not girthy enough. I'm going to say girth as many times as I can, and okay, no, I'm not going to. But it's not thick enough to make it hollow, so they didn't really have much of a choice. So I can't really fault them for that, but it's something you need to be aware of. As far as the rest of the figure goes, it's pretty much just molded purple plastic with a little bit of paint. We see some paint for the gloves, for the collar, and for the boots, and it's mostly pretty clean, especially around the neck. It's pretty lined up, no problems. But down here, it just looks like maybe whoever was painting this was riding the train at the time, or they dropped it, or I don't know, but there's a giant just smear. There's a smear of purple on the boot, which is not the biggest deal in the world, but it could be a problem across the board, let's say. It might not be isolated, so just check yours before you buy them. The belt is molded in a nice pearly purple and has a nice little paint job on there, so that's pretty good. And then the face is painted well enough, so no real issues other than the head being floppy and limp. That's limpy. There we go. I need more sleep. Anyway, we have a ball peg for the neck. Is that going to pop off? Watch it, it's too loose to hold it, but it doesn't want to pop off. Okay, so that's just really poorly designed. And we do have lollipop syndrome. You can definitely see inside the neck because the head's sitting way above the peg. There is a hinge in there. You're not really going to use it too much, though, because the hair doesn't really allow for it. So the head is essentially just going to give you a swivel and a ball peg. I guess if you lean it all the way forward, you could use that hinge and break that neck, but not too much need for that, I'm guessing, in posing. For the shoulders, full range, no issues at all. The only downside to these shoulders, and we've seen these a ton of times, is the lack of a bicep swivel. The shoulder itself works just fine. The elbows, you get a little bit better than 90, and you get your bicep swivel down there, which isn't the worst thing in the world. It's okay. Would I prefer a true double-jointed elbow and a swivel, or at least a single and a swivel? Yes. This'll do. It's not killing me. It's okay. You do have a hinge for the wrist and a swivel, so no problems there. The diaphragm joint is effective. It's pretty good. It's one of the better ones. No real complaints with that. As far as the sculpt goes, by the way, I think this is a pretty good combination of parts. I do wish they wouldn't put that seam underneath the boobages. It's so much better to just have that up underneath the boobages. So like if the seam right here was kind of hidden by the boobages would have solved that problem. And it would be less girthy. There you go. This is definitely a great review. You can't... Anyway, so that's a floaty piece. That won't get in the way. The hips, they're not too bad. They're better than 45, so that gives you pretty good range. You can bring them out pretty far forward. Really no issues there. Thigh swivel's fine. You can go back even a little bit too. It does go out to the side some, but not too bad. Double jointed knees, no problem at all. And for the ankle hinge, it really doesn't want to go forward at all. It does go back though, so that's pretty good. And you have your ankle rocker. So ultimately, yeah, this is a fine figure. It's not particularly good. It's not particularly bad. It's it's an acceptable medium range, I'd say, figure. If you need a Medusa figure for your collection, go ahead and pick it up. I think they're pretty consistently less than full price now at Walgreens, so that's a good thing too. And if you already have the other Medusa, then you maybe don't need this one so much. But since it is discounted, it's probably worth getting, I guess. I don't know. If the head wasn't floppy or limpy, then it would definitely get higher marks from me, but that's a pretty serious issue, so yeah, be aware of that, and I think you guys will be able to make your own decisions from there. So, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I have new videos up every single day. We talk about action figures, movies, TV shows, video games, all kinds of fun stuff. So make sure you come back for that. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and in the meantime, keep collecting.